You know what's funny? We often think a messy home means we're lazy, but that's not true. Most of the time, clutter isn't about the mess. It's about the moments we're too tired to finish. The laundry left on a chair, the dishes I'll wash later, the papers waiting for tomorrow. It all adds up quietly until one day we realize the chaos isn't just around us, it's inside us too. For years, I chased the idea of a perfectly tidy home, but what I've learned is that real calm doesn't come from cleaning harder, it comes from simpler, smarter rhythms. Small things you can do today without pressure that slowly bring peace back into your space. Like this one, the very first habit that changed everything for me. Every time I change clothes, I put them straight into the laundry basket. No later. No pile growing on the chair. Just a small action that silently keeps my room calm. Because tidiness isn't about perfection, it's about respecting your peace. So let's begin right there, with something as simple and as powerful as the number one tip. Now let's talk about a simple game changer embracing the laundry basket rule. It prevents a peaceful room from turning chaotic in minutes. There's one small habit that silently transforms the look and feel of a home, and it starts with what you do the moment you change your clothes. Many people don't realize how quickly a peaceful bedroom can turn chaotic because of a simple pile of clothes left on a chair. That "I'll fold it later" moment. It adds up quietly, building clutter that steals your sense of calm. Over time, I've learned that putting dirty clothes straight into the laundry basket is one of the easiest ways to keep a room looking effortlessly tidy. It sounds so simple, almost too simple, but it's a true game changer. Instead of letting shirts or jeans rest on the bedpost, or that one clothes chair, I drop them directly into the basket. No hesitation, no excuses. The result: my bedroom stays neat without feeling like I'm constantly cleaning. Here's a small trick that made it even easier: place multiple laundry baskets around the house. One in the bedroom, one in the bathroom, maybe even a small one near the entryway if you change clothes after coming home. When things have their proper place, it's amazing how naturally tidiness follows. You don't need to rely on willpower, you just make it convenient. What I love about this habit is how it prevents cleaning overwhelm. You know that heavy feeling when everything seems messy and you don't know where to start? By taking just a few seconds each time you change, you avoid that buildup completely. It's like you're doing a tiny favor for your future self, the one who wants to relax without feeling guilty about the pile in the corner. There's also something oddly satisfying about seeing an uncluttered floor. It's a visual form of peace. Your room breathes easier, and so do you. Keeping clothes in their place might seem like a small act, but it reflects a mindset, one that values calm over chaos and order over procrastination. It's not about being perfect. It's about building small rhythms that make home feel lighter, calmer, and more welcoming every single day. And if you enjoy simple habits that bring peace and order into your days, don't miss tomorrow's video. It's all about minimalist daily rituals that can truly reshape your life. Each one is simple yet powerful, helping you create more calm space and balance where it matters most. When your clothes have their place, laundry feels lighter too, and that's where the next habit truly changes everything. Next, we're diving into the habit that eliminates weekend laundry stress, the one load a day rule. This tiny shift completely changed how my home felt. There's something strangely comforting about the soft hum of a washing machine, a quiet rhythm that signals order returning to the day. I used to wait until weekends to tackle all the laundry, thinking it was more efficient to do it all at once. But by Sunday evening, I'd be buried under mountains of clothes, exhausted before the new week even began. That's when I discovered the magic of doing just one load of laundry each day. It sounds simple, but this tiny shift completely changed the way my home and my mind felt. Instead of seeing laundry as a big, dreaded task, it became a small, easy part of my daily rhythm. One load in the morning while I make coffee, and by the time I'm back from work or school, everything's ready to be folded and put away. There's no pressure, no overwhelming pile waiting for someday. Folding clothes fresh out of the dryer has also become a small ritual. The warmth in my hands, the smell of clean fabric. It's a moment of quiet satisfaction. I've learned that when you fold and put clothes away right away, they stay neat and wrinkle-free, and your home looks instantly more organized. You also avoid that common trap: clean clothes sitting in a basket for days, becoming almost dirty again because no one put them away. To make things smoother, I started sorting laundry by color and fabric type throughout the week. A light basket, a dark one, and a separate space for delicate pieces. It takes seconds but saves so much time later. On busy mornings, I can just grab a basket and start the machine without thinking twice. What I love most about this habit is that it keeps my weekends free. No more spending hours doing 5 loads back to back. Instead, my home feels consistently fresh, and laundry never becomes a monster task again. Doing 1 load a day might seem like a small thing, but it's a quiet act of self-care, one that keeps your home lighter and your life calmer. And once the laundry is under control, your mornings start to feel calmer too. Let's move to one tiny ritual that sets the tone for the whole day. Now let's explore one tiny ritual that sets the tone for the whole day, a small morning habit. Making the bed is a simple act that creates instant momentum. There's something quietly powerful about the moment right after you wake up, before the world rushes in, before the phone lights up, before coffee even brews. That small window of calm sets the tone for everything that follows. And for me, it begins with one simple ritual: making the bed. For years, I didn't think it mattered. Why bother, I used to tell myself. I'll just mess it up again tonight. But over time, I realized this tiny act wasn't really about the bed. It was about mindset. Straightening the sheets, fluffing the pillows, and smoothing the blanket only takes a few minutes, but it immediately transforms the room. Suddenly, the space looks cleaner, calmer, and ready for the day, and so do I. It's amazing how such a simple gesture can shift your mood. When I leave the bedroom and glance back at a neatly made bed, there's an instant sense of order, a quiet message that says, "You've already accomplished something today." It's a small win, but it creates momentum. On hectic mornings when the to-do list feels endless, that little bit of control over my surroundings helps me breathe easier. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need crisp hotel-style folds or matching pillows. Some days I just pull the comforter over and give the pillows a quick pat. Done. The goal isn't perfection. It's presence. It's about respecting your space and giving yourself the gift of a tidy start. I've also found that a made bed changes how you treat the rest of the room. You're less likely to toss clothes on it or leave things scattered around. It creates a gentle ripple effect, a sense of calm that subtly spreads through your entire home. In the end, making your bed isn't just about tidiness. It's about beginning your day with intention, however small that act may seem. A few minutes each morning can set the tone for a day that feels more grounded, peaceful, and put together. Of course, how you start the day matters, but how you end it matters just as much. So let's talk about the little things that bring peace back each night. How you start the day matters, but how you end it matters just as much. Next, we're talking about the little things that bring peace back each night. A nightly reset. This is a gentle way to restore order before tomorrow begins. By the time evening rolls around, the house often tells the story of your day. A cushion out of place, a book left open, a few toys scattered across the floor. It's not a mess exactly, but a quiet reminder of life happening. Still, there's something deeply satisfying about giving your home a gentle reset before the day ends, restoring order even in small ways so tomorrow can begin on a clean note. That's why I've come to love what I call my 5-minute evening tidy. Just before bed, I take a quick walk around the room, gathering the little things that have drifted out of place. A remote, a magazine, a coffee mug. Each one goes back where it belongs. It's amazing how much difference those few minutes make. This isn't about strict routines or perfection. It's about intention. The simple act of putting things away tells your mind the day is done. It replaces chaos with calm, noise with stillness. And when you wake up the next morning, stepping into a room that's already in order feels like a small gift to yourself. A soft reminder that peace doesn't come from having more time, but from using a few moments wisely. Sometimes I play a bit of quiet music while I do it. Sometimes I do it in silence. Either way, the rhythm becomes soothing, a graceful end to the day. If you share your home with others, it can even become a shared ritual, 5 calm minutes together, putting life back in place. Because in the end, tidying isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about honoring your home, your peace, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing you've done enough for today. After all, a calm night often begins in the heart of the home, the kitchen. And surprisingly, peace can start with something as simple as a clean sink. Now, let's look at a powerful emotional reset. Peace begins with a clean sink. Keeping your kitchen clean is about energy, not just chores. Some evenings when the house grows quiet after dinner, I like to linger in the kitchen for a while. The faint smell of food still hangs in the air, and the sink filled with dishes silently waits. For years, I used to walk away telling myself I deserved a break and that the dishes could wait till later. But later always came with a sigh. By the time I returned, the food had dried, the grease had hardened, and the once cozy kitchen felt heavy. Then one evening, I tried something different. Instead of walking away, I filled the sink with warm water and just started. It took maybe 10 minutes, the sound of running water, the gentle clink of plates, the quiet rhythm of cleaning. Strangely enough, I didn't feel tired. I felt calm. The moment I wiped down the counter and saw the clean sink shining back at me, it felt like the whole room exhaled. That's when I realized keeping the kitchen clean isn't about chores, it's about energy. When you wash the dishes right after a meal, you're not just cleaning plates. You're keeping your space light open and free of clutter that weighs you down later. Of course, not every day allows for a full cleanup. There are busy nights, late dinners, and days when you simply don't have the strength. But even on those days, just rinsing the dishes makes a difference. A quick splash of water, a gentle swirl. It keeps things from drying, smells from spreading, and tomorrow from feeling heavier than it needs to be. A clean kitchen is quiet in the best way. No leftover odors, no fruit flies, no mess pulling at your attention. It's the kind of quiet that invites peace back into your home. Over time, I began to see this habit as a small act of kindness, not for the kitchen, but for myself. When my sink is clean, I sleep easier. It's as if the day has been properly closed and I can begin the next one fresh. Once your sink shines, there's another hidden space that quietly shapes your daily mood, the fridge. Let's open it up and see what a little care can do. Next, we're opening the door to order a cleaner fridge. This small daily check-in completely changed the energy of my kitchen. Somehow, the refrigerator always tells a story. Every shelf holds little reminders of yesterday, half a bowl of soup, a few slices of fruit, maybe that forgotten container of rice from 3 days ago. For a long time, I ignored these quiet leftovers, convincing myself I'd get to them tomorrow. But tomorrow kept coming, and the fridge kept getting fuller, heavier, and harder to look at. One morning, I opened the fridge and felt overwhelmed by the clutter. It wasn't just the food, it was the mental weight of neglect. That's when I started a new habit, checking the fridge every single day. Just a quick scan after breakfast or dinner, what needs to be used, what can be repurposed, and what should simply be tossed. Now those little containers no longer go to waste. A few spoons of rice become fried rice with eggs and vegetables. Leftover chicken turns into a warm soup for lunch. Sometimes creativity starts with what's already there. And there's a quiet kind of satisfaction in turning leftovers into something fresh and new, as if giving them a second life. This small daily routine changed more than just my fridge. It made the whole kitchen feel lighter, cleaner, and calmer. No strange smells, no expired sauces hiding in the back. Just a sense of order, like everything is in its right place. It's amazing how a simple check-in with your fridge can change the energy of your home. When food isn't wasted and space is clear, Cooking feels easier and you stop feeling guilty about throwing things away later. It's one of those quiet, invisible habits that make life flow better. So now, every evening I open the fridge not with dread, but with calm curiosity. What can I turn into tomorrow's meal? It's a small act of care both for my home and for myself. And when your kitchen feels light and fresh, the next step is just a few steps away, the dining table where clutter disappears and calm returns. When your kitchen feels light and fresh, the dining table is the next step to calm. Now let's focus on the heart of the house. Clearing the dining table daily. This simple rule eliminates visual noise instantly. It's funny how one single surface can change the entire feeling of a home. For me, that surface is the dining table. It's the heart of the house, a place for meals, laughter, and sometimes quiet work sessions. But it can also be the first place where clutter begins to creep in. A few papers here, an empty cup there, and suddenly the space that once felt open and welcoming starts to feel heavy. There was a time when my dining table was rarely visible. Books, mail, half-finished projects all lived there like uninvited guests. I told myself it was temporary, but the truth was, it became visual noise that drained my energy every time I walked by. One day I decided to clear it completely. No papers, no gadgets, no random things, just the clean wooden surface shining again. The effect was instant. The whole room looked brighter, bigger, calmer. Since then, I've made it a simple rule: once the meal or task is done, the table gets cleared. No, I'll do it later. I take a minute to wipe it down, put everything back where it belongs, and leave it empty again. It feels like closing a chapter, giving the room a chance to breathe. What surprised me most was how this small habit changed my mood. An empty table somehow brings a quiet sense of control and order even on a busy day. It's like the house takes a deep breath, and so do I. I also realized that keeping a clear table isn't about being strict or obsessive. It's about protecting one of the few calm spaces in the home. A clutter-free surface invites connection, whether it's for sharing breakfast, talking with family, or enjoying a cup of tea alone. Now, whenever I glance at my clean table, I see possibility. It's ready for the next meal, the next moment, the next memory. And that simple, clear space reminds me that peace often starts in the smallest places, like a table that's finally free. A clear table brings calm, but peace fades quickly when paper piles appear. Let's explore how managing mail and paperwork keeps your home and your mind clear. Now we're tackling the sneaky culprit that drains your energy. Less paper, more peace. Dealing with mail immediately keeps your home and your mind clear. It's incredible how something as simple as paper can cause so much chaos. Envelopes, bills, delivery notes, flyers, they seem harmless on their own, but together, they can quietly take over an entire table. I used to let them pile up, promising myself I'd sort them later. Later, of course, never came soon enough. Before I knew it, my dining table had turned into a mini post office, and I couldn't even find an important receipt when I needed it. One day, out of pure frustration, I decided to change one small habit. I would deal with mail and papers the moment they arrived. No more stacking, no more waiting. I'd stand right by the counter, open everything, and sort it into 3 quick piles: keep, pay, or recycle. It only took a few minutes, but it completely changed the way my home felt. The visual difference was instant, but the mental difference was even bigger. Suddenly, my table stayed clear. My bills got paid on time, and I no longer had that subtle background stress whispering, "You should deal with that." I realized that clutter isn't just physical, it's mental. Every unsorted envelope is a tiny to-do that sits quietly in the corner of your mind. Now, this little paper ritual has become part of my daily rhythm. I even keep a small tray for temporary documents, things I'll need later in the week, but nothing stays there long. It's my way of saying everything in its place, even the paperwork. Dealing with mail immediately might seem too simple to matter, but it creates a surprising ripple effect. When you remove paper clutter, your home looks calmer, your tasks feel more manageable, and you spend less time searching for lost forms or overdue bills. So now when I walk in with the day's mail, I smile a little. Because instead of adding to tomorrow's stress, I'm giving myself today's peace, one envelope at a time. When the paperwork is gone, the home feels lighter. But there's one small space that often gets overlooked: the bathroom counter. Let's bring calm there too. Next, we're turning our attention to the smallest space with the biggest impact: a clutter-free sink area. This simple change brings calm to your morning and nightly routines. Every morning, I'd push aside a sea of products just to wash my face. It wasn't that I was messy. I simply didn't realize how those small items quietly built up visual noise that drained my energy. One day after cleaning for what felt like the 100th time, I realized the problem wasn't me, it was the clutter. So I made one small change that completely transformed my space. I started keeping the bathroom counter clear. Every bottle brush and cream found a proper home tucked neatly into a basket or drawer. Suddenly, my morning routine felt lighter, calmer, and strangely luxurious. Now I use small trays and baskets to group daily essentials, skincare, toothbrushes, or hair tools, and I put them back in place right after use. It takes only seconds, but it prevents that slow buildup that turns a peaceful bathroom into a chaotic one. The countertop stays open, easy to wipe clean, and always ready. What surprised me most was how this simple shift changed how I felt. A clear counter doesn't just look better, it feels better. It sets the tone for the day, reminding me that calm begins with small choices. When I walk in at night to wash my face, the empty surface greets me like a quiet exhale. It's a small habit with a big reward: less cleaning, less clutter, and more peace. Because sometimes the secret to a truly beautiful home isn't adding more, it's learning to let things breathe. And once every surface is open and calm, keeping it that way becomes simple. Sometimes all it takes is one daily habit, a quick wipe that makes everything shine. Finally, we're sharing a tiny habit with huge rewards. Wipe your counters every day. This prevents hours of scrubbing later and keeps your space effortlessly fresh. There was a time when I'd finish cooking, leave a few crumbs or drops of sauce behind, and tell myself I'll clean it later. Of course, later often turned into sticky stains, dried splashes, and that subtle feeling of chaos that quietly takes away your peace. One small change changed everything. I started wiping down the counters immediately, every time. After cooking, brushing my teeth, or washing my hands, just a quick swipe with a soft cloth. It takes less than a minute, but it prevents hours of scrubbing later. I now keep a small spray bottle of cleaning solution and a microfiber cloth in both the kitchen and bathroom. No searching, no excuses. It's always right there, ready to go. What surprised me most is how this tiny habit doesn't just keep things cleaner, it makes life easier. When you wipe a surface before dirt has time to settle, cleaning never feels like a big job. There are no mysterious sticky spots on the counter or toothpaste splatters on the sink that require weekend cleaning energy. Instead, your space stays effortlessly fresh. There's also something psychological about it. Wiping down a counter feels like wiping the day clean. It's a quiet, grounding act that helps me reset between tasks. After dinner, when the counters gleam and everything is in its place, I can finally relax. No unfinished mess whispering from the background, no nagging thought that something still needs to be done. It's funny how such a small act can transform the mood of an entire room. The kitchen feels brighter, the bathroom calmer, and I feel lighter too. Keeping things clean isn't about perfection, it's about creating a rhythm that supports peace. Every gentle swipe of the cloth is a reminder. Taking care of your space is also taking care of yourself. That's it. 10 small yet powerful habits that I truly wanted to share with you today. They're the little rhythms that help keep your home tidy, light, and peaceful without pressure or perfection. Bit by bit, these daily acts turn cleaning from a burden into something soothing and almost effortless. If you've been longing for a home that feels calm, organized, and easy to care for, and you're tired of the endless cycle of mess and overwhelm, start with 1 or 2 of these habits today. Stick with them even when it feels small, because soon they'll become part of your routine, something you do almost naturally, like breathing. And trust me, when that happens, you'll never want to go back. And if you'd love to take this even further, I have another video waiting for you. It's filled with peaceful, life-changing tips that go beyond cleaning into how you live, think, and feel at home. You definitely shouldn't miss it. If this video inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe, because you deserve a home that supports your peace, not steal it. And don't forget to share these tips with your friends and family. Everyone deserves a space that feels light, calm, and truly alive.